Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how is everyone? Welcome along to the stream, nice to have you all here. Morning Chinook, how you doing? From work, tuning in, he's intrigued to see how my internet goes today. It's been a little bit of time chatting on Discord in the last few days, going through a few bits and pieces and trying to get it working better, and so far, touch wood, so good. So we'll see how it goes. Chris, how you doing? Nice to have you here. Classy Lucas, nice to see you. Thought it was Fringe Farmer on Saturday. Normally it is, but when you've got an opportunity to take a exclusive first look at a new map and play around with the DLC a few days early, I'm not going to turn that down, so we are going to give that a whirl today. Tim10, hello, how you doing? Flying JJ, good evening, welcome. Nice to see you as well. Farmer Ed, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Kartik, welcome along, folks. G'day, mate, how you doing? Been a wee while since we've seen you. How are you? Pozok, good to see you as well. Nice to have seen you hanging out in the multiplayer servers a little bit too. So good to see you. Welcome along. Waylon, how are you? Nice to see you. Saran, hello as well. So welcome along to Griffin Indiana. Obviously, a lot of people will be familiar with that. Scott, how are you, mate? Good to see you. A lot of people will be familiar with this map from FS19. Obviously did a map tour on it as well earlier in the week, or late last week, a few days ago, put it that way. So go and take a look at that. But a huge thank you to AJ Farmer for the chance to do that. Very excited. But I'll give you a quick look at the map. We'll talk about what we're going to do for today. It's King Nerd. How you doing, mate? To see you, Richard. How are you? Welcome along. Middleburg should be finished this week and starting Stone Valley. Nice, getting those auto drive networks sorted. Very exciting. Angered Soul 86, hello, nice to see you. Kayland, good to see you as well. How is everyone? Hope you're all having a good weekend. That's the important part. So, this is the map, and obviously if everyone's played Griffin Indiana before, they'll be very familiar with it. Town of Griffin down here, so Griffin is pretty much in the bottom southwest corner of Indiana. About, this is the county it's in is about the furthest south you get in Indiana, not far to the border to states to the left. I'm not American, don't hate me. But anyhow, this is the town of Griffin, and you can see one of the main things, all the big fields down the bottom here, which is real flat down the bottom, and then up in the top here, it's just a little bit hillier. Not hilly at all, not hilly, but a few bit of forest space and things like that. We've set up at the main farm for today, and we're going to work in this field. So I've gone around and actually recorded a field boundary on this meadow for Courseplay, so we can use a bit of Courseplay and run a whole lot of things. We'll see how it all goes. When you start on starter farm, you actually start off with that field there, field 35, so if you start off with those three, and the value of the land is $65,000 a hectare. It's pretty pricey. Get down to $76,000 a hectare down here for a big field. But from everything I've been told, pretty accurate for the price of the land around the area. There we are. I see your video last week, Lucas. I think I did. Sorry, mate. I'm pretty sure I had a look at it. So that's a brief overlook of the map. We've started here with all the base, except because I started on Farm Manager, it hasn't given me the silo. It was here. So normally there's one of the Unia in-game silos, something right there, but you do get a nice fermenting silo as part of it, which I think is pretty cool. Barn over here, all just stuff that's out of the base game. I've seen these on Elm Creek. But lots of variety across all the farms. Pretty cool. There is a workshop in this one here. Same, it's got the pits and everything in it. Oh, as well. Workshop trigger. Right there. Not much else to see. Oh, the farmhouse isn't here because I started again on Farm Manager, but the farmhouse would sit up right about here if I did it on New Farmer. There we are. Hey Scooter, how you doing? How long are we going to be live for tonight, Lucas? Hopefully a couple of hours. So what we're going to do, I've got this is the little 5M that came out from FarmCon. So I thought we'd try that out. We've stuck completely with Giants equipment so far tonight. So we've got the Vermeer mower here. Of course, for you put an exclamation mark partner, you'll be able to get a link to download this through my partner code. Doesn't cost you any more, but of course goes to help support the channel. Maybe build us up towards silver. We are a bronze partner with Giants, so we do get the pleasure of having early access, but silver would be even better because those guys get it a couple of days earlier. There's the rake, so we've got the rake set up here. Now what I'm planning, so we're going to set up some Courseplay. I'm not too worried about the mowers, but once we get going, we'll get the rake set up on a dual course, and then we'll be able to run both the tow behind bower. This is a bower. Have you met a bower before? A mower. Baler. Tow behind baler. That's number one. And the self-propelled baler, which I'm actually really looking forward to. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to set up this on a auto drive Courseplay course probably, and then we'll drive it ourselves. I want to go with that, but we'll see how we go. We've got 2 hours to try and get it all done. So we're not going to get far standing around talking. Go and have a play. This is a quite large meadow actually. Not a large space in here. Of course you could play all this up or do whatever you want to if you were playing on Griffin yourself. If there's anyone if there is anything anyone is interested in with the map, let me know and we can go and take a look at it or whatever. There we go. It's just the unfold. So can I suggest as well, if you want to see everything really in depth, go and check out Farm Sim Guys preview for all of this. It's done a fantastic job. But it is, you can change the side it's on. What I'm going to actually try for Courseplay, I'm actually going to try, I haven't done this, I haven't tested this, I tested it with an offset last night. I'm going to set it up straight behind the tractor, see if I can get them running like that, or if the for Courseplay, because then I'm not having to worry about the offset on it, so we'll see. Thanks Lucas, have a good day mate, nice to have your company even briefly. Always good. I don't expect people to hang around for the full 2 hours. If you can, that's awesome, but just stop and say hi. Thank you very much for dropping that like there. So why are we not getting that? Field, let's just drop that there. Field, that'll do. So one thing I noticed, it didn't, I don't know why, but it didn't want to detect the width for this. But it's 6.2 meters, so that works out at 20.6 feet. So we're just going to run it at 20.3, so there's a little bit of an overlap. Go through tools, me not included. Run 2 headland passes, that'll give us 4 around. So headlands go smooth, headlands very. So the thing that's hard with this field is the shape, field center. But like I said, I'm not too worried about it for the mowing. See how it goes. Give that. That will. Pro tip. Thinking of doing a live stream when I start Stone Valley next week. Sadly, while you're asleep, Argsy, also first live and first video for YouTube. Ah, nice, mate. I'd think lots of people would love to see how you go about creating your auto drive network. Red, so then when they butch them like FSG does, might know the rationale behind why you did things. And you know, obviously you can't do every map that comes out. You'd be too busy, but pretty cool to see. Right, that's actually not a bad course. That's going straight up and down. And we can see that there. So let's go back to here. Bring that one up. This is left. I'm going to start at first waypoint. Let's see what happens. There we go. So it has left the mower directly behind, which is cool. So I don't know if you'd actually ever mow like this with an offset mower. I mean, I don't see any reason why not. The only thing is you're always driving across the grass in front of you, so you're always going to be flattening a little bit. Whereas at least with the offset, once you've been around the field once, it's always going to be, you'd be driving on the cut section. But there we go, all underway. So let's go and grab the other one, get that up and going as well. Or I'll probably need to save the course. Go back Yeah. Save. Oh, so let's just call it. Save for active molders. We need for today. Right. Go. Hey Anzac, how are you, mate? Good to have you here. Welcome along. Alright, get this one set up in here. So we'll need to make sure we get this all offset correctly behind. But on here and done. Bit of check. It goes up in there. Perfect. We'll adjust that offset square behind. Pretty good. And let's hit go on that one. So this one needs to be right on first waypoint. Interesting. Interestingly enough, this one hasn't got the work width quite the same. Put that up to 20.3. Not sure if that'll affect it because it had already created the course or not, but we'll make sure it's done right. Here we go. We'll ride along here for just a little bit. Make sure everything's working right. It's good so far though. Good width though, isn't it? I don't know what people think. Good width bar. So this, is that green? Is that the Courseplay thing? So this is a, sorry, I'm getting here. That one down. It's better. So this is the farm contract at the Giants 5M, or John Deere 5M that Giants released at FarmCom. It's only 110 horsepower and this is a 110 horsepower mower. So look at it in here. Where? Okay. So 94, but we went for the 5115 off. It's 120 horsepower. So we've got 10 horsepower spare, but it doesn't seem to be struggling at all. Look at the Vermeer Pack. See there, it's got 110 horsepower requirement. Interesting that it says 13 miles per hour in here, but that's running at 14 miles per hour on the screen. Bonus a mile per hour, ways for getting things done quicker. There you go, you've already got 2 viewers lined up, Ed. Nice to see. Yes, Scott as well. Hey Matthew Irons, welcome along, good to have you here. Keep joining the stream. Yeah, share it wide, far and wide, Farmer. RoboSuck, good morning. How you doing, mate? We're up nice and early. Does this map have a river or a lake? So it doesn't. There's a small little water feature down in the bottom here. We've got this little bit of a pond in the field here. There's a lot of drainage ditches, particularly down where it's flatter. In fact, now that we've let these guys work for a little bit, do this. So I'll just jump into flight mode. There you go. So I'll give you a bit of an overview of the map just while we're in here. So you can see there's the field that they're mowing. There's a couple of little fields up there on the left, and that field there in front of you, if you started on New Farmer, is where you would be working, or what you start with. Spit out my words. But up the top here, very much lots of forest space. In fact, I'm just going to pump my player movement speed up so we can just fly around a little bit. So yeah, so very much a little bit hillier. There's a little bit of terrain up in there. You got the trees and forested areas, and then likewise as it sort of goes across, so you can see there's a little bit of a drainage ditch down here. A few more wooded areas. All up through here, you got a track that goes up in the middle. So there's a couple more meadows up the top here, and then there's these fields over this side, which are sort of on top of a little bit of a rise, but they've got grass in them. They're set up as grass, so which I think is pretty cool to have actual fields with grass set in them, because for console players, I'm assuming that'll work with AI workers just that little bit better. The mower's nice. I agree, Serena. Very nice. So over here, this is one of your main sell points, the mill, HH mill up there, and that's the spinnery as well. So you've got those two. Then we start getting into more of the fields. Now one thing, as I said in my map tour, I never realised that Indiana had oil production. I saw these oil wells sitting off the edge of the map, and there's one in this field sitting there. Nice obstruction, that's going to hurt a few workers, and then there's another one just down in here with the tank next to it. I think, yeah, did a bit of a Google search and found out that Indiana does have oil, particularly in the Griffin area. I think it's the Griffin oil basin or something. That was pretty cool. This is another one of the farms. So I think there's 7 farms, or these are the main farm where we started out, plus this one, 7th one. So we've got the couple of sheds there. No silos or anything on any way except for the main farm, or the starter farm. I always get calling it the main farm. I don't know whether it's the main farm or not. There's a small holding in there which has got a shed in it. All the fences are sellable, so if you don't like having fences and gates and want to improve your access, you can demolish those once you buy the land. Another farm with a small shed there as well. And then there's this drainage ditch, because as it gets flatter, sort of see this one runs along the side of the road there, and then this one runs all the way down the middle, down towards that the pond or lake or whatever you want to call it, down at the bottom end of the map. Running the mowers nice and easy. They are just doing their thing. Ozok. Hey, it's my man John. How you doing, mate? Good to have you here. Welcome along. Another farm, another little holding there. As I said in the map tour, there's lots of space around them, so you know, you cut down a couple of trees and you've actually got quite a big area you can build your own farm. And there's some awesome sheds out there. There's a few on console as well. Obviously Legacy and Trailer Park Farms have got some awesome stuff which would be suited for the map, for the area. Pretty cool. Nice little features though. I love the campground, and one of the things actually AJ Farmer was really worried people would miss out is the small little start from scratch type blocks of land. So have a look here in the map. Up in this corner there's a little plot there which is only $2,000. Another one just there, it's just over 2.5 grand. And then a final one down here which is at the motel, which is $720. So you can buy those and put a sleep trigger down if you wanted to. Hello Paul, how you doing? Greetings, you're another nice and early rising Australian. How you doing? Mr. MRG. How you doing, my friend? Welcome along. Hope you are doing well. Keeping busy. Keeping busy. So, from there, this is where sort of, I guess you'd call all the farmlands, the arable fields all open out. Lots of space, lots of fields. The train's cool. I like the train. Takes 20 minutes to go around, do its loop. Look at the size of that field though. It's take a wee while. So lots of options for bigger gear if you want to. Another little farm down here. I quite like this one. Again, because it's got this meadow and that there, so you can expand if you wanted to. But you've kind of got the original farmstead and everything. Got a big shed out there. You could. It's also got the harvest stall there too. So if you wanted to do some silage or grass work, very nice, very nice. Pleased to hear that, Paul. Pleased to hear that. Over here, the sawmill and animal dealer. Now, the animal dealer, one thing we're going to try and test out at the animal dealer is you've got the manure sell point, buy point, sorry, and here's the bale sell point. So we're just going to test out the trigger for that. I wonder if you were using an auto load like a bale trailer, like the Anderson ones or something, you wouldn't be able to tip into there. I wonder if it might need to be just pulled forward a little bit, so if you did have something like that. But interesting to see a truck get a semi-trailer with some bales loaded onto it if you could get it in there and sell them. What else is there? Another little shed in here. This is kind of a really blank scratch type farm if you wanted to. I missed that one in the tour. And then there's the hotel, the little L-shaped building in there. So you buy a bit of land. There's the bowling alley and the fuel station, grocery store, diner, all those different sell points. And then if you want it to be on the complete opposite side of the map, another little farm down here. Barn, shed, and the like, and obviously just more big fields. This is the lake. If you wanted to have a look at the lake, bit of an island out there. Campsite out on the island. Actually, cool if you could buy that, but yeah. And then no farms on the right hand side of the map. Over here. Down in these woods. So the train tracks run down here. You've got a road for access down into here. A few more woods and just the rest of the fields. This utilities department's pretty cool. Just got a ramp there to access the train if you wanted to. There's the BGA, all the bits and pieces there, debris crusher, and then the silo, grass silo there for silage. Then the water tower doubles as a water trigger, makes sense. And then you've got a buy point through here for all your dry goods. I think you can get your liquid stuff from here as well. Hi Bird, hello, welcome along. How are you? My vid tour got me wanting to have a go on this map. Don't think I played a 19. I'd never actually looked at a 19 either, Robo, so that's that. Hey Shaz, how are you? Good to see you. And yeah, that's about it. All the plots in town are purchasable, so there's all of them, or the majority of them, I should say. So someone actually made a comment on one of my videos that they roleplay employing staff, and so they'll go in and buy one of these plots of land as sort of a staff cost. So using the contractor mod, they're not going to use more than, for each worker they have. If they want to have 5 workers, they need to own 5 plots of land. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was pretty cool. Blank plot there if you wanted to build a house or something like that in town. Production point, blank plot there for the production point as well. So lots of space, lots of opportunity. Very cool. Yeah, let's go see how the mothers are doing. Pitching a tent on the island. Look at that, eh? Leave a couple of guys to do what they're doing, and they do it well. About be able to get in and get the windrowers started. I'll start the windrowers on the up and down rows, so then we can just carry on and get them going without any issues. And that looks like they're doing a perfect job. Yeah, well they turn around. I thought that was going to take them quite a while to mow, but with this 20-foot wide mower, racing through it. And look at that, turns around easy. Easy as. How does the partner code work if you play FS with Steam? It works just fine actually, Saran. You just buy the code, and so all my DLC is through. Oh, I've done it always. Bought the game through Steam, but then the DLC through the Giants website. It just installs it as a locked mod basically, so it works just fine. Normally, I'd be able to offer you a Steam key through Games Planet, but they don't have the Vermeer for some reason. Don't know why. Not available. There you go, Scott had already answered your question. Pitching a tent on the island, Robo, be sorted. Yeah, you can register it with Steam so it will save it, but you don't actually need to either because it's installed. So you really, all you need to do is keep the email in case you need to reinstall it or re-download it. You just need the key. You just need to. I'm doing well, thank you, Bird. Doing well. It's like a great map to play. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I have a play around with it. Having issues adding the modern player server at Southern Cross. I'll need to contact the provider to find out why. If it doesn't work, we'll add this one instead. Fair enough. It's interesting. I've had Southern Cross set up on servers with no dramas at all. Right, let's go and find a Windrower and get these set up. Hey Crofter, how you doing, mate? Welcome along. Nice to have you all here. 61 viewers at the moment. Awesome. Oh. So as always, Welcome along everyone, nice to have you all here. I'm sure there's a lot of you here to see the map, so I hope you've enjoyed that little overview. Happy to go and check out things if there was something specific you wanted to see or ask a question about. I'll see if I can answer it. I did let AJ Farmer know that we were doing a live stream. He had some other commitments with his family. So, well, probably not going to be able to make it. That's fine. We understand those kind of issues. So, Windrower. Again, reiterate, go and check out FSG's preview video. First look at the DLC. He's gone through it in a lot of in-depth and showed a lot of things off, which is pretty cool. But it is, somehow, figure out which buttons it is. There we go. So you can change the width there. It doesn't actually add a whole lot of width to it. When I was watching FSG's video, I don't think it really made a big difference. The main thing it changed was the width of the swath, which could affect some balers. Some balers might struggle with the wide swath. Don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. So let's try and get this set up on a dual course as well. We will do the up and down passes first, because then we don't mess up either the mowers going around headlands or mess up, make a mess on the headlands as well. Excuse me, just my nose. Daniel De Kaiser, hello. Any idea when this map's going to release yet? Well, the reason we pushed out the preview video with AJ, is he thought it might have been released before the weekend because it got through PC testing. Said testing completed. He didn't get any notifications of any issues, so that was why we did that. But then it came back. We had doubled it up on an include a mesh. Very simple little error to make and very simple to fix. So it's gone back to Giants. Well, he's doing a few other little tweaks. He's going back to Giants before the end of the weekend and hopefully get it back in the queue. So fingers crossed. He submitted it on the weekend last week and it got through testing before the end of the week. So if he's fixed everything, hopefully before the end of the next week. All going to plan. So we didn't want to release the preview video on it too close to, too soon before it was released. Because obviously, didn't want to get people's expectations up, but I haven't found any issues with it, no bugs or anything like that, so we'll see how we go. Right, I'm just going to do a quick little calculation. 8.5 meters deep, so I can get the width right. I don't think it's going to auto width. 27.8. Okay, now, so let's go back into here and create a job. This sucker. Courseplay fieldwork. Yep. And generate a course. Working with the change it. What did I just say? 28, 20 something point what? 27.8. So you can double click in there. I found this out last night. We're just going to set it at 27. Have a little bit of an overlap. 26.1. Go 27.2. Two tools. Two headlands. That's the other issue. This is wider than the mower, so the headlands wouldn't have worked. So we'll start on our centers, up and down, scope row. We'll try that now. Let's see how. Alright, we'll see what that comes up with. Aramat, hello. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Fingers crossed, Daniel. Agreed, mate. Absolutely love the level of detail on the map. It is, it's very well done. AJ's done a fantastic job. Haha, that's a bit of a problem because it wants to start over there. Look, it's our starting point, so we're going to have to wait for the mowers to finish. Why is that? That's because I've asked it to do headlands last and it wants to come and finish over there. That's alright. We'll let them. The mowers are racing through. It's going right along with the mower. Oh, Banks and Nacho, thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate you dropping by. Left a like, keep up the fantastic job. Awesome, mate. Do appreciate that support. Thank you all very much. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're having a nice weekend. So obviously we've been mowing grass, so I haven't even looked. Good question. Oh, we can sell grass. Yeah, we can sell grass down there. We're not going to get any money for it. It's not worth much, but at least it's worth testing. We're not doing this for the income. We're doing it for the testing, for the play around with the Vermeer stuff. Back to there. So we will. I didn't put it in the description. I didn't put it on the thumbnail because I wanted the people to have a chance to win it, to be ones who wanted to be here, not came in for the giveaways. So we will, in just a wee while, give away a copy of the Vermeer DLC as well. Obviously it'll be for PC only. So hang around for a little bit. I'll give you a keyword to put into chat and give that a few minutes, and then we'll see who might be lucky enough to get a prize. A shame we can't do it for console. It's just too hard. It'd be awesome if both Sony and Microsoft had allowed a way to gift games through PlayStation accounts or Microsoft accounts. Oh, getting a little bit of a red light. There you go, Chinook. Hasn't been smooth, but it's back green. That was only a very brief little interruption. So as I said to anyone here at the start of the stream, Chinook, and it's been helping me out. Been chatting a lot on Discord, trying to sort my internet out a little bit better. So far, it's so good. Hey Legion, how you doing, mate? Missed you sneaking in there. How are you, mate? See you. I always seem to get through it quicker than a big game. That's a good point. So I'm intrigued. Down here and have it under mowers. Well, that's its road speed, isn't it? 10 meters wide, so we're not too much difference. I don't know what its working speed is. 15. Yeah. This is wider and should technically be faster, but I think 2 mowers is obviously going to get through it quicker than one big game. They're pretty efficient on the turns though. Nice, giving them a decent headland I suppose has made that a bit easier. Hey Pozok, thank you very much for that £5 super chat. Appreciate that, my friend. Ping was very good. The ping was amazing this one. So I'm wired. I've got the cable running through the middle of the living room. Only for a short time. Would be hung out and dried if it stayed there for too long. Just cutting the lawn. You're a good man. I need to. Do you ever do the, like, I should have mowed our lawns last week, but it was, I just didn't be bothered, to be perfectly honest. Thought, no, I'll do it next weekend, and of course it's been wet and miserable, so have not had the chance, and now they're going to have grown an extra week, and it's probably going to be another week before I get out and mow them, so then they're going to be really long and much harder to mow. Ryan, hello. Long time no see, how are you? Hope you are having a nice weekend. Good to see you. Welcome in. In fact, once I've finished mowing this little bit, we'll be able to start the windrowers because they wanted to start up in this little section. So we should be good to go. Why don't I just do Xbox and PS gift cards? That's been incredibly hard. I have not found a reliable source to be able to buy something remotely, and I'm pretty sure they're region locked. So if I bought you gift cards here and then sent you the code, they're not going to work on different regions. But I did think about doing it that way, Crofter. So I've done it once, and that might have been exacerbated because the subscriber who won it is South African, and I just could not find a reliable source to buy something locally that I could even buy online and give them a code or anything. Yeah, what would be awesome, I mean, other games have the ability to unlock content through codes in the game. It'd be awesome if Giants did that, so you could buy the code on their website and then unlock it in game. something like that. I don't know. It'd be awesome. Hey Music Man, how you doing? Ryder Hillsman, welcome along. All platforms. The Vermeer DLC is indeed all platforms. And Griffin Indiana is also going to be all platforms. So 100% will be available on console. Alright, how's this mower going to get back across? He needs to go over to the other. We're going to have a clash. Oh, no, yes. No. No. So close. So close. Nearest waypoint. Crash +1. First time, Chinook, first one. You've been having school, Brian. That'll be keeping you busy. Good to see your priorities sorted though. Right, this mower should head on over and start up on this other little section now. Perfect. Alright, just going to get some windrows up and going. When we started. Right, actually what I need to do that, save course. 8 and Windrower. Okay. Now, nearest waypoint left. We want to go to first waypoint. Left, Windrower, right. Interesting to see what this does when it gets over there, whether it folds out and stretches right out to its full width. See how it goes. Hey Kieran, how are you mate? Good to see you, welcome along. Yeah, but it sucks. Short-term pain for a long-term game, Ryan. Think about the long term, mate. Have you got a plan what you want to do when you leave school? What's your career path? Can you connect the baler to the windrower? I don't believe you can. There's no hitch or anything on the back there. So you're just straight up windrowing. Slowly figuring our way across the field. Mower's good. Mower's finished in this section. Nice mod pack with the balers with the rake arms on them. Man, there is Kieran. That's a nice looking thing. So what's that done? Is it? It's opened out at full width, isn't it? That's right. Here we are. Swathin. Or Windrowing. Beautiful then. Good job. Would expect nothing less, of course. I think you've been to the pub before you started work. He just knows the fields really well, Robo, and there's a couple of bumps in that part of the field. He's just trying to dodge those. Able to turn around okay. Just. Shane, how are you? Welcome along. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you are having a nice weekend. Simulator YouTube, how are you? The map looks good. The map does look good. It's a great looking map. It's going to be, if anything's to go by, if FS 19's anything to go by, it's going to be a hugely popular map. Forward to seeing everyone playing on it. Hopefully in not too distant future. Right, go and grab the other one. Done. Hey Black Book, how are you mate? Good to have you here, welcome along. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Oh, don't read chat, is trying to drive through a gate. I like the little fences up in this part of the world, part of the map. Gives it a nice vibe, nice country vibe. So of course if you were doing this all manually, obviously not with Courseplay like I have, mowing a whole lot tighter into some of these sections I just tried to when I recorded the field path. I tried to make something that's going to be reasonably user-friendly. Okay, let's get this unfolded. We should be about here, because we are the right-hand tractor this time. Oh, right spot. Load that course. Have a look at it. There we go. Happy days. Set this up on right. First waypoint. And we're away. Beautiful. Beautiful. Coming here as a separate baler and windrower that can connect together in real life. Interesting. I know there was a windrower for FS19. Black Sheep Modding or someone made it. I can't remember who it was exactly. A V rake like this that had a PTO shaft which ran down the centre of the frame, and you could connect a mower baler up to the back. Designing this windrower is so odd. I wonder how much service it needs in real life. Sounds are awesome. Sounds are awesome. I think this was a very much a this was would have been an early windrower design. I think. It almost works a little bit like a grain header, doesn't it? But the offset rotating bits. I would have thought like some of the big V rakes that have what four or five wheels on each side, which flick the grass or hay or whatever across. That's, you know, 4 bearings on each side. At least this has only got a couple of bearings. Although I suppose each one of these has probably got a bearing on it, so it's a moot point. Probably actually more bearings in this than the other one. Yeah, I don't know. It is an interesting design. I'm intrigued actually what drives it. Oh, there's a little hydraulic pump in there. Hydraulic motor in there that drives this end. And that end's just a loose end. Yeah, I don't know. It is an interesting design. Mowers just gonna keep ahead of us, I think. Keep an eye on it. We'll follow this one. Ton of universal joints because of those weirdly angled end plates. Yeah, do they have a? They don't. It's a bit hard to tell when they're rotating. They don't actually have a universal joint on them. I think they're just an angled plate or something, isn't it? Very hard to tell as it goes around. But it does, yeah, it does create some interesting geometry. Your friend has an open school or old school New Holland rate like that? I'm going for old school, open ride. Early thoughts on the Vermeer Pack? I like it, Kieran. Yeah, I'm obviously most excited about the self-propelled baler. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, $214,000. So what compared that to, let's say, the ground baler? Yeah, it's 4 times the price. So yeah, you've got to find some reason to justify going to that. But it's pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. The mowers seem really nice, nice and wide for an offset mower. Whereas, you know, your other offset mowers, there's nothing that wide in the market. To get something that wide, you end up buying a, you know, like the Cavern one here's 4 meters. But yeah, 6.3. So yeah, 8.3 is probably the widest you get in the mower, isn't it? But then you've got to have 10 meters there in the pottinger. But you've got to get the front one to do that. So that's, you know, that's 75, 85, 90 grand. Pretty affordable. Okay, how are we looking? Just gonna be in front of the mowers. I just about finished. Old. Alright. Here we go. Very common rake design in here, gearbox, it's wheels, yeah. We missed the John Deere self-propelled from 2019 that had 3 bale consolidator on the back. Was it a self-propelled baler, Kieran? I can't remember that one. How does the baler work with Courseplay? We'll find out soon, Legion. You're learning with me. I had a quick play around with a few things last night, mainly just to make sure I could get these courses to work. Otherwise, you're learning as I learn. Self-propelled baler will be a lot better on corners as you don't have a trailed tool cutting across it. Yeah, I suppose so, in terms of following the windrow cleaner. That would make sense. Right, first mower's finished, so we'll go and find that. And take him back over to the farm. Obviously with Courseplay it wasn't smart enough for me to be able to record a course with an island in the middle. So we just had to cut that little section out, just square it off. It worked out well though. Worked out well. Just a little reminder, if you haven't dropped a thumbs up on the stream and you're enjoying it, please make sure you do. Keep the YouTube algorithm fed. It is hungry for thumbs up, so the more you give it, the happier it is. And our goal in life is to keep the YouTube algorithm happy. Well, it's not actually, it's have fun playing a game and hanging out with you guys, but we can keep the algorithm happy at the same time, and that's a little bit of a bonus. But let's just spin these around. Just park them on this bit of gravel here. Conveniently do it this way so I avoid having to try and back it in front of you all. Alright. Next step. So we go, 45 minutes live, and we've managed to get that whole field mowed and failed. Started the windrowing. So we'll go and start off with this little sucker and have a play around with this first. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to have a little bit of a drive ourselves, and then we're going to use the Windrower course to start doing some baling with it. Looks big on this tractor, and this is a new little 5M. Well, it's rated for it, horsepower's fine. It'll be interesting, I guess the bale buster, or the shredder, or whatever you want to call it, that I've got in the pack. I don't know how much use that's going to get, to be perfectly honest. I do wonder, in fact we'll go and move this other tractor out of the way. Have some issues with windrowers. Yeah, I'm not sure how much use it's going to get. I kind of feel like the use of straw in that, in animal pens and that, isn't quite as, I don't know, isn't quite as strong as it was in 19. On 19, you got the feeling you do it all the time, whereas in 22, I kind of haven't got that same vibe. Maybe I haven't done enough animals. Who knows? Good morning, Lambert, or good afternoon, or good evening, whatever it is for you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a nice weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in. Alright, go. Don't need to drop that one off because we have got our tractor, everything all set up. Right, now, so let's have a look here. We can, so this has got the bale counter, which is pretty cool. Now we can change the size, 125, 150, 180. I might go to 150s. Now we'll see how time goes, but I was thinking of possibly, we'll pick some up with a bale wagon. I haven't bought these yet. I don't know how far we were going to get, but we might get one of these, pick a few up. But I also thought, I did think about having a play with one of the extract. Oh, that'll go up to 180, so maybe we'll do 180. The round wrapper would only do 150 centimeters. Maybe we'll go to 180. Play with that. So let's bump that up to 180. Actually, let's turn now. I'm playing around with the dusty lamps. Let's turn that up a little bit. I'm going to turn on automatic drop just while we have a bit of a play around with it. So we've got the bale counter there. I believe The one on the left is this session, and the one on the right is the total bales from this baler. So no doubt there will be a mod that will come out very soon where someone takes that bale counter off the screen here, so you don't always have to have the menu up, and puts it somewhere down in the bottom right corner, down near maybe the fill capacity or something like that. Alright, let's go. I liked, one thing I picked up on Farmsum Guy's preview was the belts. Oops. This is what I was worried about, that the width might be a little bit off. That could be my driving though. I love how you can see the joiners on the belts as they go around, and that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I was going to say, does it beep at me? It does. Here we go. I like that automatic drop though. Interesting animation. I haven't seen a baler like that where the whole baler lifts up on the rear axle. It's a little bit unique. Here we go. First bale done. Now, which one do I skip to? Right. This one here, I think. We're going to find we've gone down the wrong course at some point, but that's okay. The other thing that would be awesome would be like an auto brake mod, so when it gets to auto drop, it automatically stops. Back that up a little bit. We're not in the way of the windrowers when they come around. What are we going to be? Here we go. Look at that. And we're baling. Audio's on point again though. I've done a great job with the audio. What I'm most excited about after FarmCon is all the other developments that they seem to be, all the other improvements, quality of life and you know, visual improvements that they're coming up with for the game, how they're pushing the engine as much as they can. A Silver Run Forest? Name right. Yeah, the water and the water effects, the puddles and all that sort of stuff, that's going to be awesome. Looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, good shout there, Chinook. Jump on the multiplayer servers if you want to join in and looking for some people to play with. A lot of fun. Right, let's go to nearest waypoint. We want to... Actually, we need to load a new course, don't we? Haven't done that. Course, Windrower. Okay. Double check we've got that loaded. Perfect. Left, nearest waypoint. Have fun, Mr. Tractor. Perfect. Now let's see where we're at over here. I've come all the way over this side. Once I've finished that little section. Gosh, look at it. You're getting through this pretty quick, I'm impressed. I know we've got 2 bits of equipment, but if we can get this, it hasn't even been an hour yet and we've just about got this field windrowed as well as mowed. Anyhow, let's go try this. Hey Andy, how are you mate? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Nice weekend. So this thing just looks fun. Picture, so we're gonna turn, like with the wheels the way they are, we're gonna turn left really fast. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah, that's interesting. I was half expecting, because of how tight you can turn, we were gonna go all over the place, lose control, but not at all. How good does that look? Alright, so let's get in here. We'll load the course now, just so I know it's done. Courseplay, load course, Windrower, done. Yep, it's all in there. Right, now we're going to change our bale size to 180. I'm going to turn on automatic drop for this one. And we're good to go. Crank her up. Yeah, so it's interesting with that pickup. I suppose you're going to have to drive this. Like the back wheels are over the swap. Now this is where my stick drift I have on my controller is really going to look terrible. Don't judge my driving based on that. Be interesting to try it out in cab though. The joiners going around look like a piano. Oh. Why is that not dropped? I thought I turned automatic drop on. Did I not turn it on? Ah, I didn't. So the bale shooter doesn't work for grass, right? Only hay and straw. There you go, Scott's answered that one for you, Daniel. But I think if we have a look in the pack, yeah, it's got straw and hay. Best way to figure it out, what it is there. Oh, there you go. There was actually a privately modded, or not privately modded one, but there was a modded version of that. That's interesting actually. So there's no... so when you've got a baler like... You can find the baler. If you've got a baler like here, when the pickup's lowered, you can visually see it if up in the top corner. Probably when we get to the end here, if it gets lifted up, we're going to see the... There you go, it just changed. It's lifted. On this, there's nothing like that. Up in the top left corner, there's no actual visual reference to know whether your pickup's up or down. That'll catch some people out. So will the ability to drive straight over the swamp. Oh, see? See what I mean? The ability to drive straight. AI work is blocked by an object. 2 is blocked by what? Oh, see. They fixed it. They sorted it out. Wow. One of these things just doesn't belong here. Oh, now I don't know which course is which. Last waypoint. Let's try that. Where's it going to go? Two praying mantises fighting. Has he... Oh, I'm assuming that he had finished. I was going to go and start on the... Well, that makes sense, isn't it? So this is right. He's going right down here. So I think we're in the right spot. Nearest waypoint. Let's see. Stays on the right hand side. No. No, 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 no. You're starting on the wrong path. Come on, buddy. Surely it's this one. Oh, well, I'll tell you how we can see it. Turn it on. Where's the arrows going? Yeah, he tried to go along on the headlands. Or she. Not judgmental. Not stereotyping or deciding on the orientation of our drivers. Okay. See? Look at that. She. Right. Let's carry on here. That little rude interruption. I did see chat. Is there a light in the cab to tell? It's cool how it kicks the bale out of the way to close the door. Yeah, it is. Quite a few have that sort of bale picker on them. Very cool. Will the full stop mod for harvester also work with the baler? Don't know. Legend. Be an interesting one to test. Hey Jody, how are you? Oh, this is just frozen as I've tried to go into cab. So I think we've just lowered the swather. I can't see anything in here, nothing changes that I could see. So, probably not. Oh, see, I don't know if it's up or down at the moment. There you go, it's up. So I think that is going to be quite frustrating for some people, to be perfectly honest. Not being able to tell whether you're picking up grass or not without, particularly people who want realism. You're actually going to have to remember what position it is in, because in cab, you know, there's no way looking back. Can't see anything. I'm assuming then that is probably a camera up there off the pickup, because, you know, normally in a tractor, and you'd be able to tell me this, Anzac, normally you'd be able to look back and see your pickup and make sure everything's working properly. The way this is designed, none of that. So I should, hopefully all going well, just lower the pickup, picking up grass. So yeah, the only way you can tell is obviously the grass fill levels going up down the bottom. Interesting. Right, let's get this onto some Courseplay. See how that works. That was another question. So this will be on right and nearest. Let's see what happened. Okay. What's happening here? Did I put the other one on? The other one's not on the right, also. That's left. Ah, is it tried to pick up the headland past it already? And we moved out of the way when we did. Right now, nearest waypoint on right. Oops, I just cleared the course, didn't I? Oh no. Back into. Ah, I'm on the wrong. Am I facing the wrong way? I managed to get around the wrong way. That's why somewhere I've managed to miss the course. Did I miss one? I missed the very first swath road, did I? That was user error. Often the case with Courseplay. Often the case. Blame the computer so many times. Normally, I've done everything just right. Alright, hide that. Right hand side, nearest waypoint. See if it's going to go where it needs to. Bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Right, sorry, I've been ignoring you guys. Ah, look at those rakes mating in the wild. Yeah, it's properly tangled, I agree. That's how baby tractors made, kids. Indeed. Hey, Steve, welcome along. Good to see you. They're lovingly called actual idiots for a reason. Can you get early access without doing YouTube and things like that? No, for not normally Trace. Giants things, definitely not. In Giants you need to be a partner, part of the partner program to get early access to the DLC, and you need to be a certain level partner to get it as well. Things like maps, if you there's lots of people who do have access to things because they're testers or something like that, but normally in this instance I just dropped AJ Farmer a message because he was I knew the map was close to release and just asked if he wanted someone to look at it. You've got a short up promoting your first video, can't post a link, is not mod, but maybe Scott. Yeah, go for it. He's got to. He's already done that. And Zach. Yeah, you'd have a camera. Okay, here we go. Link to Farmer's YouTube channel. Indeed, there you go. Get that out. Blue symbol typically turns on when the tool is on, not down, I believe, so that aligns with the other tools in the game. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with that, but with the balers, like, you know, that baler one is where I looked at. Wherever it is. When the pickup's up, it's like the blue's on, but the pickup will move up and down. There you go. Drop down. So, I don't know. I just think it'll be a frustrating something. We're going to have more. This is how balers and tractors are made. Oh. Oh no. They figured their way around past each other. We're going to collect a few bales though, aren't we? You'd not be in a hurry to buy one in real life. It's you know, if you've got a baler and a tractor, your tractor's multi-purpose, isn't it? Here we go. Here's a problem. Anyone ever as kids stand on bales and roll them? I know we did. Stand on them and you'd be able to push them along. Rolling them like a mouse wheel. Get on and get it out of the way. Interesting. I'm just trying to remember now. Are the standard bales, they have a net on them, don't they? The round bales? Pretty sure they all do. Knock that other one over too. There we go. Fortunately, the Windrower is going to tidy up our little area here and get rid of that swath we missed when we started. Perfect. Right. So this guy's... Gosh, he's racing through it. Already done that little section, and he's over here now. Not wasting any time, which is awesome. But yeah, I can understand if you had a, you know, a tractor's multi-purpose, isn't it? This can only do one thing. If you get a tractor and a baler, you can unhook the baler and use the tractor for other things. Ben Howland's the stream, probably going to go for another hour. Also, yeah, usually about 2 hours. Thank you, Chunk. I'm just so far behind. Yo, it's Miller time. First time watching the stream. Oh, welcome along, mate. Great to have you here. Now that's going to be no problem because our Windrowers have been passed already. Our Bales also is past that. That one's okay too. Good to have you here, mate. Welcome along. You're welcome, Ben. Salah Al Habsi. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Everyone, I'm new to the channel. Welcome along. Great to have you here. Pumped for the Vermeer Pack. Awesome. 71 people watching. Oh, 78 now. Welcome everyone. Great to have you all here. No square baler. Shame I'm not a fan around balers. Constant stopping noisy. The Vicon fast bales, your winner there then, Andy, but I agree. Constant stopping annoys me too. And the stacking and handling and everything like that. Bomada, hello, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here as well. Right, well, we are cracking through this, so we're going to start loading bales and things like that very soon. But let's just ride along here for a minute. Now, let's do a giveaway for a copy of the Vermeer DLC. Like I've said before, this is for PC only. It'll be a download code from the Giants store. So if you just go and just here. That for a minute. Keyword. Right. There we go. So Vermeer in the chat. All one word. Don't need anything else. Type Vermeer in the chat. We'll let that run for a few minutes and then we'll roll a winner to see who might be fortunate enough to win a copy of the DLC. So put your name in there and see how we go. To clarify, Giant Store DLC pack won't work with Steam game, right? No, it will, Kieran. It will 100% work. It just installs, basically you get a little executable file that installs the mod into the game, but it will work with Steam. So while that's doing that, jump into here. What are we going to use? I just want to have a play around with this hybrid one. Or do we just wrap it? Maybe we'll just wrap them. I can't now because I've done 180cm bales. Made my bed, I've got to line it. Try this one out. Go for a nice blue wrap on this. Like that. And the loading wagon. Look at those Vermeers popping up in chat. Bale loaders. Yeah. We're up to 180. Thinking maybe I've got the wrong one and I can't even load them now. Pick that up. Right. Does it have 130 horsepower? I think we're right with the Kubota tractors I got. What are they? 141. See? All going to work out perfectly. Field sausage time. That's the one. Robo. Well worth buying the pass. It is Andy, I agree. I think it was. Scott, you're just recycling all the Vermeers that we did in an FSG stream. .8's way too big for silage wraps. Shush, Anzac. Shush. The game lets me do it, then it must be real. It's a simulator after all. You missed it, what's going on? Type Vermeer into chat, Miller, and you'll get your name in the draw to win a copy of the DLC. We'll let it go for just a minute or so more, in case anyone did miss that. Oh, Posocks. Goodness, I like it. How many bales have we made on this sucker? 11 on this baler, 20 on that, so 31 total. Interesting how they're all ending up almost on the same side of the same end of the swath. Also interesting, we've ended up with some misses. I wonder if I had something kind of off with the width. Maybe I went a little bit too wide on the windrows. I haven't quite picked everything up. Alright. That one's still going. This one is finished. Looks finished. Feeling I wanted to keep going for a little bit longer. Yeah. This will be the wrapper tractor because it's got the forks on the back so it can load into the wrapper. Right. Let's, I think we've given everyone enough time. 20 more seconds. Vermeer in chat if you want to have the chance to win a copy of the DLC, and then we'll roll it. I think it's a tech defense. Yeah, I think it'll finish also too, Kartik. Might be the gate. Sure. It's in amongst all of that. Don't miss anything. Talking about field sausages. Here come the sheep. Indeed. The tech bank. Army, welcome along. Nice to have you here. Right. We've got a few users in there. Good to see. So let's go and roll it and see who is going to get a copy of the code. There you go, Pozos. Well, congrats, mate. Hit me up in Discord, drop me a message, and I'll get a code through to you very soon. Thank you everyone for entering. Now I'm going to get called out for rigging it because one of the members won. I was giving FSG grief the other day to say he was rigging all his giveaways. But congrats, mate. There you go. So let's go. Yeah, pick up. Right. Where are we going to wrap? Yeah, you must be right. See, this guy's got to the end. He must have just been so short of finishing the course. Or at least thinking he'd finished the course. I think he'd done a good enough job. Oops. Right there, lifting a wheel. Oh look, we got some deer. Dinner time. Right. Look there. Rigged. Ah, there you go. Thank you, Scooter. Someone had to. Miller Time did it as well. Appreciate you guys. Not disappointing. Didn't let me down. We need to find a nice flattish area. I think we'll find a spot in here somewhere and do it. Maybe right behind the shed, the hole. We'll figure somewhere out. Field would have actually been a good spot, but we haven't done the headlands yet, so. Right, let's get this unfolded and go and pick some bales up. Tall, thin brown sheep. Four-legged kangaroos. Honestly, someone needs to get in touch with Argsy and get kangaroos added. Figure out how he's added these additional animals. And get kangaroos. Camel farming. All sorts of possibilities. You know what I could do? Even set up a bale loading course. Set this guy going collecting bales. I don't know how many we'll wrap, because I do want to run a load of these down as a bale sell point just to see how it works. For AJ, he was curious on that. Read your mind, Robo. I think we talked about it in my Aussie stream on Wednesday night. I was struggling with the weight. I suppose there's 14 1.8 meter bales on here. It's not surprising. If you squint through Dusty Lands mod, the deer look like camel in the distance. It's a mirage, Kieran. Drink some water. Seeing things. Oh, our balers are mating. Go fix that. This will be the easiest one to get going again. They think they're still too close to each other. Really not sure what's going on just right at the sea. Nearest waypoint. Ah. I see. I see our problem. Crank that. That. Right, back over here. So, 70% full. Go and grab some more. And we're done. Mr. Mighty Mike, how are you, my friend? Long time no see. How's things, buddy? How are things going? Hope you're doing well. Riding on the coattails of some success with the channel. I see numbers are looking great for you. Well done, mate. Hard earned and well deserved. Turn off collisions. I don't think they would have saved anything. The Legion, it would have been all on. That was obviously that Bale was stopping. I don't know what was stopping the other one from starting again. Seemed a bit strange. Alright, let's leave these guys. I might take this load down to the sell point. We'll go do that now. That way I know it's done. Go for a drive down through town. See if we can unload these. We're not going to make anything off them because they are Just grass bales, but at least go and see, test it how it works. Is that properly? It's not properly folded yet, is it? Ooh, don't unload it. No, no. Abort, abort, abort. Right, how do I fold this back up? Unload bales, follow initiate. Oh, that's what I just did. My fold button. No, not that one. B. No. Why is it not popping up with what it is? B. X. I don't want to work Y. Interesting. Why can't I hire a worker? What am I hiring a worker to do on this? Yeah, these ones look like they might be. Although I can't get them out the gate now. What have I pressed? It's got that broken. What happens when you just mash buttons on your controller? What would be V? B O N. Remove the fence. I can probably sneak out the other gate down the other end. Let's see, can I fit through here with it down? Nope. Could be a keep line conflict, I don't know what with. I got a tractor. Oh, goodness knows what that one is. Well, let's go and find us. Maybe we'll go and wrap them somewhere else. We'll go and wrap them down here. Get it over the fence. Who knows? This looks like a nice flat spot in here. This would be a good place to wrap some bales. Oh, actually, we'll fit out here. Look at that. That gate's much wider. Easy. And if I drive from this side, you can't even tell that the pickup's down. No one will know anything's going on. The transport command. Oh, for the hire worker. Need to select the. I've tried selecting the trailer, Scott. Don't know. It can only be a keybind. Give me my problem though. I'm probably not going to fit in this gate. Oh no, we'll be right. Here we go. Crisis. I spoke too soon. Crisis averted. Back to normal, you lot. Nothing to see here. Alright, where should we start doing this? I reckon a bit of a flat spot in here next to the trees. We'll unload it here and set it going. Unload belt here. loading platform. It's probably because I aborted it. It will be something silly like that. It'll be user error, you can guarantee that. Here we are. Right. I can jump in this one and go and get this set up. Lots of keybind issues. There has been a few, isn't there, Legion? I think they're just so much more. It doesn't help trying to use a controller most of the time either. Right. Now, if I remember correctly, we point this the way away from it, like this, so they roll down that little roller bit. Got the pusher on the other side. Just put that right about there. Probably haven't left myself enough space to pick up bales. Right. Old Anzacs. Anzacs having kittens watching. And can remind me need to employ Argsy. Right. Turn that on. Unfold that. How do we have to power it up? Like it. Squeeze it down a little bit further. More space. Hey Nismo, sorry, I did see you there. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Right. Give this a whirl now. I wondered if that might be a problem. Yes, we will be buying a weight. A big one. 1.5 ton, might be a bit too much. 1.5 ton. Oh, they haven't added Kubota in his colour. Who'd have thought? Alright, sorry. After trying to figure all that out, we didn't get anywhere, and I've been neglecting you all. Deer catcher. How we round up cattle. Drive around and hook them. Alright. There we go. Can't get away from me now, Bale. There we are. It's be like others have stated. You tried it as well, Kieran. I don't know why it wasn't working then. It'll be something I did. I guarantee that. Try to get fancy. I haven't used this since 19. I used it once. Before I even started doing content. Last time I used one of these wrappers. I think I think they're fun, but they're just time consuming. Actually surprised no one's made like an auto load option for one where you just put the bale down instead of loading it on, put them down in front of it or something. Well, that grabbed it pretty well, didn't it? Didn't have to be too close. Right. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work. I'd say it's probably a keybind. Probably something I mashed buttons and it just got into a tiz. Got something. That's right. More deer hanging out over there. We talked about it the other night. I reckon there's been an update in the game and they've increased the spawn rate of wildlife. I reckon more than we've seen before. Ah. Oh, you're putting it on the wrong side. I can imagine that would create some coarse language. Alright, I'll tell you what, there's 65 of you here. If you haven't hit the like, it would be awesome if we could get to 100. It'd be awesome if we get to 100 likes on the video, on the stream. That would be amazing. So if you haven't dropped a thumbs up already, you go ahead and feed the YouTube algorithm. It is a hungry beast. Likes to dine on thumbs up, so if you can, that'd be cool. If you have already, thank you very much. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Cool. It worked. Unorthodox, but it worked. You rage quit the game about a week ago trying to refuel your Fent until I realised the tractor has an open close position for fuel tank. Oh, is that a, what's that mod?
Hello.
He's off to swimming lessons. Which one's that, Kieran? I haven't seen that. Mini Args, indeed. Yeah, that's the tactic. Back and across it. Go on. We'll hook it. That's pretty cool animation on this one. I do like how this one works. It's pretty cool. Like I said though, I put the bales in the wrong spot. I have to unload them from the other end now. The Fent Vario 900 Gen 6. I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't seen that before. It'll probably be a, is it a in-game one and that's one of the features someone added to it? It's all about animating or having something unique if you're gonna make changes to one of their base game mods. Dropping cash like this. See, I would have got to that point in easy theft or something like that to fill it up, Kieran. As long as the physics of pushing all the bales doesn't glitch and eat the wrapper into space. Very good point. Although I suppose it's because it's actually technically pushing the wrapper, not the bales. Let's see if I can get to be more efficient with loading time. Actually, it's max weight, even with the 1.5 ton weight on the back. These bales must weigh a lot. Oh, hold on. Didn't save any time doing that, did I? Because I've been throwing this bale around. It's a toy. Our sausage is a little bit crooked too. Might have to go see someone about that. Trying at forestry on No Man's Land last night and the logs glitched and my transport truck accelerated over 900 miles per hour into space. I think I've had that happen once, maybe twice. With different things. Oh, there's a gate out there. I did not know that. Look at that little gate into that area so you can get down into that part of the meadow. No, too impatient. Alright, 2 more and then we'll go pick up a load and we'll run it down into the sell point. See how it goes. This has actually been proven to be a good test, so I am going to start up 1st of September. I've talked before about doing another 5-minute farmer, and I am in the process of setting up and starting to record some episodes here on Griffin. So this is going to be my 5-minute farmer series for the month of September. So I'm going to plan, get started on that, and have daily videos going again. But this has been a good test to see with slightly bigger equipment than what we used in Osada. Without being silly, I'm not going to be unrealistic and use a Seed Hawk or Ball Go or anything like that on this map. But some slightly bigger equipment, it's been interesting to see how it goes. Look at that. Perfect. Ish. Alright, sorry, I always put the speed boost on. So yeah, this has been a good test to see how far we get with this. Our balers get another. The one baler's finished, and now we've got a bale on the way. We've both got bales on the way. Whoa, wait. There we go. He is finished now though. So, anyhow, it has given me a good guide on how much time I need to work in a slightly bigger field. What we can get done, and this has taken 2 hours. So it might be a little bit more stretched in terms of the work. We might not be able to do a full task in a day, like we were able to with some of the hay work or silage work. But we're probably going to focus a little bit more on just cropping. Although we are going to have some Vermeer equipment, so we'll be able to have a good idea on how long it's going to take us to do stuff. Maybe cropping and maybe some hay work, not to have our own animals, but to sell. Think of it as a little bit of Cola Cornstar and those guys who do their, well, his brother who does the custom hay work over the summer in between planting and harvest, so we'll see. No more quiet morning ablutions. It's funny how everyone picked up on that for a reference. Good to see. Missing with the morning coffee crofter. Here we go. Really like the 5-minute farmer. Can you make sure you use the same Pornhub intro music? I'd have to find out what it is. I can't remember. You're watching Argsy Gaming. Looking forward to the next 5-minute farmer. You have to open. So Schnibble modding Fent 900 Gen 6 Gen 7 pack. You have to open the field door with N, which isn't a normal open close button. The N's the one for it's open covers, isn't it, on auger wagons? Leave that nice. That was a nice looking lineup to do a whole lot of bales. And we've only got room for 3 more, and then we can go and try and sell these. 1-minute farmer. Record what? The Argsy Gaming thing, Scooter. You're watching Argsy Gaming. Alright, so. Transporting position, B. So does it not fold any more than that when you're transporting? I'm guessing it's not designed to transport along the road. That's where my problem got. I got to that point, I was like, surely that folds up more for going along the road. But I guess not. That's as far as it goes. So when it's empty though, it goes further. Oh well, that's alright, we'll just have to make sure we don't take any cars on the way, or it'll be fences, won't it, if we're driving on the correct side of the road. The right side of the road, which is actually the wrong side of the road for me. So anyone who's interested in what the map looks like, go for a little bit of a drive, and you can see a little bit of the Griffin countryside. Let's see what you think. Missed that. That's what the YouTube clip tool is for. Yeah, I'll clip that and I'll be able to reuse it. Depends on the size of the bale. You mean a 10-minute farm agate, so I did see you correct that. Smaller bale, it goes up further. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I can rely on you all to know more than me. Here we go, we're edging closer to that 100 likes. Keep it going if you haven't dropped a thumbs up. Keep it going. We're back on No Man's Land this evening. We're recording our next episode with the FSG. Seemed like you guys all appreciated having that series back and getting back to things. So we'll see what we're doing. Probably more harvesting, maybe some grass work. We might put a fermenting silo in actually and make some silage that way rather than doing it in the bunkers like we have been. Don't mind the fully laden bale trailer going down the main road. I'd love to see the train. You coincide a trip through with the train. Sit here for 20 minutes and wait for it. Come on, is it? No, can't see it down there. This road. Oh, this is going to be a tight turn. Sorry. First time. Do the signs on this map break away like in vanilla maps, or do they weigh 10 tons? I don't know, Daniel, but let's test it on the way back, eh? Go and see. I must admit I prefer them when they break away. Right, look. AJ was curious about what it was like backing in here. So my question will be, so we can't get that in underneath. What happens when we unload it? So, start the unload process. Well, that was close to being pushed where it didn't need to go, and now it's pushing me forward and I can't go back. That guy's going to walk through it. Okay, so that doesn't work too well for that, does it? Might suggest to him. What do you guys think about pulling that trigger just a little bit further forward so that we don't end up like this? All our bales out in the middle of nowhere. Can't even push them. I thought I'd be able to chop them back. Like there's a collision somewhere stopping me pushing those. Oops. Got the super speed on that we had earlier. So even if you had a trailer that had bales stacked too high, you're not going to get in under there, are you? He needs to bring that forward. Oh look, there's a gold coin. 500? $550 for each of those. Thanks. It does smell bad. Not me, it's the manure. Oh well, there we go, we'll leave those there. I'll remind AJ to have a look at that at this point in the map, the video. What are we? An hour and 3/4 through. Right, let's go find a road sign and see what happens to them. Well, there's one, but that's right next to a power pole, so if you're crashing into that, you're stuffed anyhow. No train. No train. Can't see it on the map anywhere. Jeremy, how are you, buddy? Thank you very much for your super chat. Argsy rules. I wonder if it's due to the other triggers. Oh, so what did we just hit then? That was a curb. That was just clipping the curb. Shush. So I know some maps have movable letterboxes. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Constructible letterboxes. There's a sign we could have tested it on. That bodes well if the letterboxes can be given a good beating. Let's go and find this. There's a stop sign up here. We'll test it. Stop sign be gone. There you go. Nothing's going to stop you now. Queen song we'd sing then. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. Having a ball. Got to test them all now. That one's movable. Raise the barn or move the trigger point. I reckon move the trigger point out a little bit. I like the barn. I think it's a nice little design. But I think if the trigger was just outside, it would be better. You'd still sit. You could still back a yeah. You had a gooseneck trailer with a single stack of bales or something on it. You could still back it in under there. But had a semi loaded up, like a big truck loaded up with bales. You're not going to get that there at all. Even a flatbed truck with stacked too high or something. It's not going to work. Kill the Queen is favourite line in Short of the Dead. Oh, Jeremy, I love it. You should have sat down with her and watched. You should have said, I've got some YouTube to... Dude, is she into farming? Could have sat her down and watched some Argsy gaming. She could have been a new subscriber. You could have been out marketing me. Should have shown her the virtues of a live stream and said, look, you don't need me to hang around here for an hour to talk to. You can chat to people online. And they will interact with you. Watch this. Next time, alright? Just keep that in mind for next time. Hey, TC Agri, how you doing? Ah, Crofter, thank you, my friend. We're at 74. Let's get to that 100. Tell you what, if we get to 100, I'll do one more Vermeer giveaway before the end of the stream. Oh, that's not going to go. Oh, it did. I was going to be too quick to stack that one. It looks cool to look at, doesn't it? From front on, it's a pretty cool looking machine. Very touchy person. If I let her sit with me, then she would probably try things and I would need therapy. Nothing mini about these bales. These are 1.8 meter beasts. They're the biggest bales you ever see on a farm. Wonder if the oh, it's on its last pass. So I think my Windrower might have been set up a little bit incorrect for auto drive, for Courseplay. Hence the grass being left around all over the place. In this game, they're mini, in real life they're big. Yeah. I mean, they're only mini. Depends on your context to scale, isn't it? Oh, we're edging closer. Edging closer. Here's the challenge. Can I get... Oh, now press that button once. Don't press it again. We'll fold it up. Yeah, I know. I know. I need to install the real player size. There's only a 1.8 meter high bale, and I'm at eye height with the top of it. Something don't make sense. Now, let's be a little bit smarter about how I unload these at the time. I could have backed them, but spin around this way. Unload them like this, and then there'll be less maneuvering to get them on. Don't know which trailer will get you bales to that sell point, into that sell point. No, it definitely is a little bit low, but pretending to be excited about the DLC. I noticed a few streamers need to work on their poker face. I am excited. I think it's a nice DLC. I think it's a new brand, and new brands are always great. You know, I bought the season pass, so it doesn't worry me. I mean, even though I've got this early access, I didn't technically need to pay for the season pass at all. I didn't know that at the time, and I'm happy to pay for it for the season pass. I think I've got good value out of it. I've had this discussion on numerous games about buying, DLC content and that sort of stuff. I won't pay to win. I won't pay for cosmetic sort of things. If they brought out a whole lot of skins and said you can buy a skin for a tractor or something like that, brand it with your favourite, I don't know, pop band, I wouldn't bother doing that. Like Fortnite and those kind of things, I've never ever believed in paying for that sort of stuff. But I think I've got good value for it. And for the amount, how many hours? Like if you've got, I don't know. Let's say I've got 1,000 hours. If you put $1 down every hour you played the game, for an hour of entertainment, there's $1,000 value to you. So, and you got to look at some of the other things that they bring as the quality of life. And I might disagree a little bit with like the Kubota, having to have the Kubota pack to add the passenger mod, and having to have the Vermeer pack to get the bale counter. Those kind of things I think is a little bit rough on base game players to say, well, you miss out on this feature because you haven't got the DLC. But at the end of the day, I think it's all worth it. Yeah, exactly, Scott. That's exactly what I'm saying. Bring the whole trigger outside. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best bet. Just making sure it's not too close to the other animal triggers that are there, Andy. I don't know whether they've always charged for them or not, Daniel. Don't know at all. Right, that's all the bales from this end. So we have missed it. I mean, if we could go back over this with a Windrower, we'd probably get another half dozen bales. We'll put that down to my settings. Definitely my settings. But actually, interestingly, so because the way the Windrower is trailed behind the tractor has actually meant that when the balers, and all three balers, both the balers have had the same issue, they haven't picked up the grass in the corner because the Windrower is probably cutting the corner more than the balers do. With the DLC, does it add the bale counter to other ingrained bales? I think so, Hawkeye, but let's go and buy one and find out. I did have that same question actually when I was watching FSG's preview yesterday. I was like, I wondered if that was the case. Hang on a second, I'm just going to mute myself. Alright, just going to get one of the kids to let the dog out. We'll go and buy one and so you can have a look. We shouldn't need to do anything to see. Increase the height of the shed. yeah, I mean, that's the other option, Legion. You could do a higher part of that shed. I like the look of that shed, though. You wouldn't have a high shed in a area like that, I wouldn't have thought. Here's a good example of all that. See where the windrowers have missed some because I've cut the corner, and then the baler some as well. So, early WoW was Nightmare for Skins pay to win, yeah. Even some other games, you know, you can get guns that you have to pay for, like first-person shooters, and they have slightly better stats. I've got gamers, you know, game companies got caught out with that before. So yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot of different bits and pieces. We're going 80 likes. Got to get that 20 more likes here, people, if we're going to do another giveaway. Because of auto-load trailers, I like the nice wide offload location for bales. That's a good point too, actually, being able to offload the side. I suppose an auto-load trailer you could offload onto the trailer, can't you? And then you've got that sold. Pick up for the self-propelled baler was a little bit wider, yeah. Not too bad. Alright, I'm not going to unload these ones, we'll just leave these on the back for now. Figure out the best spot to unload them once we've stacked all these other ones. The wrapper. But let's just take a quick look here. Go and buy the base game baler. Let's see. Matter which one it is, does it? This one. Didn't disconnect. So with the pipes and hoses, I find the pipes and hoses one's an interesting concept. Like, I think the work that Creative Mesh and everything have put into that mod, amazing. But the one thing I'm not comfortable with it is, on one hand, giants say modders can't charge for mods, and you have to make them freely available through Mod Hub if you want to do that. On the other hand, they are now saying, but these people can create a suite of mods and we will market it as a third-party DLC, and they can get paid for it. I don't know. There you go. Yes, the base game balers have the bale counter on it. See down there. So, I don't know. That's the one thing I'm a bit on the fence about, the pipes and hoses one. Like, you think the Jacta stuff that came out of South America, you know, they brought a pack of half a dozen pieces of equipment, new brand, new models, everything like that. Why is theirs any different? I don't know. Anyhow, I'd just love to know the decisions, the rationale and decisions behind it. I'm not against it, but I just think it's a little bit strange. 20 more likes and Legacy will release some feet pics. That's nice of you, Legacy. I'm not much of a fan of feet, but I'm sure there'll be some people who like it. Working that OnlyFans strategy. There's so many questions, Scooter. So many questions. See, now I've gone and stacked those too close and on a wrong angle, and that one's not going to work either. Now, Pozos, I completely have not ignored your super chat, but I appreciate that very, very much. I think with your 2 super chats, you're probably just about paid for the DLC you won. So thank you, thank you. That is where the super chats and all those other contributions go to, paying for the DLCs and giveaways and helping upgrade some of my equipment, hopefully improve my internet, and all going to plan. A trip, hopefully, get me to FarmCon next year. Already in the savings process. Wondering what cut Giants is taking. Yeah. Could be they're adding some kind of new fundamental coding to the physics engines to make it work in essence in game. I mean, yeah, I suppose there is that aspect, Daniel, but I'm sure there's plenty of other people who would have possibly thought they've done the same thing and, you know, put just as much work in. Anyhow. With you on the pipes and hose, I'd already paid for the season pass, not paying again and again, even though I think it's a great looking mod. So I guess the thing with the season pass is you paid for the season pass knowing that there was 4 planned DLCs. I guess a little bit of the rationale there is you're getting what was advertised and what was paid for. I can understand what you're saying about not wanting to pay for it again though. So it's kind of worked out. This has worked better position, but still not perfect. OnlyFans feed for FarmCon. Oh, of course Giants will be making some money off it. They provide the platform for it. Who knows? Who knows? See, now it's going to get frustrating going all that way to get and go, oh, man down. Oh, crap. That happens to the best of us. This is the content you don't see. Can't even use the... anything to try and flip me over. Close, there it is, there it is. Yes! Success. How they drive down under. Yeah, because we're on the other side of the World Legion, we've got to do everything upside down. I enjoy the sim so much, I actually get to drive the right way up for one. Tractoring is hard. Everything's hard, legacy. Lifing, adulting. I'm compensating with it. It's silage sausage. Look at that achievement unlocked. I just need reimbursed for the time and effort, but it's a bit steep. I bought the season pass for the same money, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like that Giants are facilitating it. I think it's cool, and if it means that others have the opportunity to do the same thing, that's all I ask for. I mean, yeah, as long as others get the same opportunity. And they have a clear set of guidelines around what you need to be able to do it. All for improving the game wherever possible. Gravity pulls in funny ways, it does. That's definitely crash counter 2. Well, it's probably 3 actually. We had a collision of a couple of, what was that? That was a mower and a windrower. And we've had our 2 windrowers mating. And then, so those were Courseplay crashes. That was the first true Argsy crash, although we could probably count leaving the loading arm down and not being able to fold it up as a bit of an Argsy issue, but we'll see. Hey Steelhorse, how you doing, mate? Welcome along. I see you've dived into the world of content creation. Welcome to the club. There you go, if you're looking for someone new to go and check out, see what others are doing, go and have a look at Steelhorse's channel. I haven't yet, haven't had the chance, but we'll go and make a look. Unsaid. It fell in the opposite direction to the northern hemisphere, just like the way the toilet flushes. Practicing for Farm Sim League. Now, see, did you know? Oh, that's a new one. What have I done there? That was user error. Farm Sim League uses keyboard and mouse. I would be stuffed, diabolically stuffed. Alright. Had to lower the max speed of the TLX 2020 in the XML because it's set to 120. Yeah, some of them are like, some equipment's just overly fast, isn't it? It just doesn't help at all. I quite often set cruise control to a lower speed for something like that, just for that very reason. Folks, I'm not going to bother wrapping the rest of those. Let's roll it. We've got to 85. I wasn't going to hold you to ransom to get me to 100 likes to give away one more copy. So let's go in there. Reset that. Set eligibility. Thank you very much. Can't read the name, but thank you very much for that subscription. It's me not being able to see it on my screen, not that I couldn't read it. Whoever that was, thank you very much. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Right, one more time, Vermeer in chat. We'll give it a couple of minutes and we will pull out another winner. Give away one more copy of the DLC due out in a couple of days, so I'll make sure you get your codes in time for that. But there we go. It's a good looking sausage. You'd have thought you'd say that on stream. For that. How many bales do we actually do total? I haven't even looked. We get off there. You know, see, I go over and look in the bale stats. 90 bales. We've just produced. So we've mowed, windrowed, and baled 90 bales in 2 hours. I'm pretty impressed with that. If we jump over here, we did 40 bales in that one. Must mean we did 50 in this baler. That's interesting. Longer headland rows. It's about the only difference, isn't it? Perhaps this baler picked up a whole lot more on the turns or something. I don't know. It's interesting that it's done more. 50 bales. There we go. I just thought we'd just quickly rip over Griffin again. Have a look. It's not separate bales. No, so once they're fermented, you can go up and you can cut the bales and you can cut them off individually, or you can just pick them up with a bale fork and it'll keep them wrapped and take off just the end. But you've got to let it ferment first to do that. We used to do it a lot. I don't know. Anzac might be able to comment if it's done much in New Zealand anymore. We used to do it a lot. I know Dad used to. Probably less wastage. But when you get into middle of winter, you're always unloading from the same end. It gets pretty muddy and messy. But individual bales will require more wrap. It does. Who knows? We'll give it a couple more minutes if you want to enter Vermeer into the chat and try and give away another copy. Got a few names in there already. But yeah, Griffin Indiana. Currently in testing. It failed on a couple of just minor issues which have already been fixed. I know AJ is looking at a couple of other little tweaks. If you wanted to have your say on the map, jump in. I've left in the pinned message, it has a link to the forums. That's where he does all his communication with viewers and things like that. Players and whatnot, asks questions. So if you want to have your say on how the map might shape forward, go and do that. If there's anything you've seen today that you don't like or you think should be changed, go and drop him a note. I'll certainly be giving him some feedback on that bales, the bale loading, but otherwise I have not been able to find anything to fault it. Really looking forward to seeing it released. I think it's going to be very popular, particularly with its being on console. That'll be very cool. Chat was out of sync with the stream. Oh, you paused to make a coffee. I've had that happen before, Andy. You get horribly confused that you think, why is he not responding to me? And then you realise that he does, and you know, in 5 minutes time, once you've caught up to where you wrote the message. Thanks for the stream, Argsy. I found it very relaxing to watch you bail. Awesome, man, good soul. We're pleasure having you here. Type Vermeer in the chat and be a winner like me. Right, here we go. We've got some names. Let's go and draw this out here. Right, let's see where this goes. Steve Hoskin, there you go, Steve. Congratulations. You have yourself a copy of the Vermeer DLC. So, hit me up in Discord or drop me an email at argsygaming@gmail.com. But Discord's the best. If you're on there, I'm not sure if you are or not. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat. Get it in there and we'll sort you out with that code. Put those out this afternoon and get them through to you both, Bozos and Steve. So congrats to you both. There we are, all done for Griffin Indiana and Baling. So like I said, hopefully out by the end of the week. All going to plan, all going well with testing and everything like that. I'm really looking forward to it. We are, like I said earlier, going to be having a look at the 5 Minute Farmer on this as well. So keep an eye out for that. What's planned for the rest of the week? What is planned for this week? We'll be hitting up No Man's Land tonight with FSG, so keep an eye out for that. I've got a couple of other things I am going to take a look at and hopefully get an Elk Mountain recorded and live stream on Wednesday. We'll be back to Southern Cross Station, so plenty more to do. Looking forward to carrying things on. So as always, thanks everyone for hanging out. There you go, yes, Crofter will go back mining. I haven't been there for a while. Connection held up well. Yeah, it did. What have I dropped? 459 frames. That's normally a sign of how bad the stream quality's been. 459 frames on a quarter hour, so not bad at all. Has held up very well. So thank you for your help, Chinook. Do appreciate it. Everyone who dropped a super chat, do appreciate those. They go a long way to helping the channel, helping us do all the DLC giveaways and all the other little bits and pieces that we do. So appreciate all your support. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Anyone live that we can go and send you to? Have a quick look. Oh, it's Rusty live. Rusty Money Gaming, go along. I want you all to go. And Rusty, has he got to 100? Rusty's at 982 subs, and he's live right at this minute. So there's his channel. If you can all go in, if you don't subscribe to Rusty, I would love to see him to get to 1,000. He would be the most deserving YouTuber to get to 1,000 subs. So go and drop into his stream. Go and give him a sub. Let's get him to 1,000. I reckon there's enough of you in here to drop 18 subs on Rusty's channel. So if you can, I would hugely appreciate it. That'd be awesome. Drop into his chat, say I sent you, say hello from Argsy Gaming. Go and enjoy his content. He does some great stuff on console. In fact, he's on Osada at the moment. And it's his birthday. It's his birthday stream, so even more of a reason to get in there and get him to that 1,000 subs. So I'm going to sign out. Have a nice weekend and look forward to catching you guys all again in the next one. Take care. See you later.